Prime Minister has been accused by the opposition of misleading Australian Parliament by insisting these reports about the return of ISIS brides back to Australia were, quote, not accurate. Now, let's break it down. The Australian broke the story that more than a dozen women and children and some young men who travelled to Syria as children were preparing to be evacuated out of Syrian camps and brought home to New South Wales and Victoria before Christmas, and that upon arrival, multiple state and federal government agencies will work together to support and appropriately reintegrate the group into their community. Now, on Wednesday, the Prime Minister was asked in question time about the story. This is what he said.
Those reports are not accurate.
However, at pretty much the same time, a New South Wales Parliament Police Budget Estimates hearing was underway. New South Wales Deputy Police Commissioner and veteran counter-terrorism chief Dave Hudson told the session that he had been advised about the arrival of ISIS brides back into Australia, saying there is, quote, no doubt, end quote, state police will have a role in their reintegration into society.
We are still working through that issue with the Commonwealth. The roles have yet to be finalised between what New South Wales Government, including the New South Wales Police Force, and the Commonwealth's roles will be. No doubt we will have a role, as will broader New South Wales Government, as we have done with previous returning brides of foreign fighters and children of such.
He even said he has meetings next week in Canberra about it.
I've got some meetings next week in Canberra where I'll try and explore that further.
So then the next day, on Thursday during question time, Nationals Deputy Leader Kevin Hogan asked the Prime Minister whether he was calling Mr Hudson, quote, a liar.
Prime Minister, the New South Wales Police have publicly confirmed they are working with the Commonwealth on the return of ISIS brides to Australia. Prime Minister, are you calling the New South Wales Police Deputy Commissioner David Hudson a liar?
That is an outrageous suggestion. The questions that were asked yesterday went to whether the Australian government was giving support to this cohort. I confirm that the Australian government is not providing assistance to this cohort. Our security, as well as our intelligence agency, you would expect, will continue to work to ensure they're prepared for any Australian citizen who comes home. But the Australian government is not providing assistance to this cohort. The report yesterday was wrong.
Opposition Home Affairs spokesman Andrew Hastie asked the following on Wednesday.
Is the Prime Minister aware of any info that suggests ISIS brides are seeking to return to Australia? And is your government making preparations to receive them?
I refer to my previous answer.
Now, this is a controversial topic, and the government faced immense backlash when they repatriated another cohort in October 2022, and were accused of using Western Sydney as a, quote, dumping ground for ISIS brides. On Thursday, the coalition asked 15 questions on the topic in Senate question time about their return. The government's only response was that they are not providing assistance to the cohort. But what we'd like to know is who is issuing their passports, who is going to reintegrate them into society, and ultimately, how much knowledge did the government have of this plan? The government might not be as involved as it was in October 2022, but they have some serious questions to answer as to what do they know about the plan to have these women and children back home in Australia before Christmas.